you all into tonight's match at Dickinson Stadium between the Newton North Tigers and Brookline Warriors. Tonight's a senior night for the girls soccer team. I'm here. My name is Griffin Bond, and I'm here alongside my colleagues Samuel Braithwaite and Bakal.
Welcome everyone who's watching. This is set to be a tough match between two rivals. Newton and Brookline have historically had a rivalry, and we are set to see a physical match. The refs should be on top of things early in order to keep control of the match, but we're in for a good game tonight.
Absolutely gorgeous weather out there tonight. Hoping to see some quick play from Newton North High School. Up against a more physical Brookline. Let's see who will come out on top.
Now Brookline and Newton North have already played once this season with a tie. In North, sitting right now at 3-9-4, really needs a win here. They want a chance to make it into the tournament this season. Senior night tradition here in North, where they honor the seniors. There's 7 seniors this year on the girls soccer team. And just before the game, we had a nice ceremony to recognize their contributions to the team. Looks like we're going to get started here with Brookline in the open kickoff. Looks like the goalie for Brookline is heading on the field. Brookline's goalie is one of the top ones in the state.
Really taking her time to get on the field tonight. Hopefully we see more professionalism later on.
The game ball rolling out onto the field. The goalie, Juliana Anastopoulos, is a great addition to the Brookline team. She's large, she's quick on her feet, and she can use her hands well.
There's the open kickoff as Brookline kicks that one out of bounds. To the New North row here.
Morgan Galvin with the throw-in. Straight to goes over the head of Lillian Rinaldi. Brookline have the ball. Pushing into the middle of the field. Plays forward. Goes to the goalkeeper a little too long. In the hands of the keeper. North moves up the field. Ball sent into the midfield. Brookline back in possession. Through ball played, intercepted by North. Brookline back with the ball. Foul. No foul. I'm shocked by that. That seemed like a blatant trip to me. Back to you, Ruby.
I don't know. It did seem like Newton caught a bit of the ball. If the defender gets only the ball, that's not a foul. That's a clean play. The ref had a better view of it than us up in the press box, and so we should trust the refs on this one.
Don't patronize me. Back to Griffin.
Newton North here has a push down the sideline. Look like Lily Rinaldi has it on the sideline. Cuts back. Makes a move. Brookline battling low. Rinaldi with the interception. Here comes the cross. On a save by the keeper.
And that's going to be a challenge for Newton tonight, is keeping their crosses away from the goalie, further out towards the 6-yard box and even further towards the 18 box, so that the goalie does not control the ball before one of their players can get on the other end of it.
North back in possession, into the attack. Lily Rinaldi with the ball, pushing forward, past one defender, passes it back, cross into the middle, and again we see the ball back in the keeper's hands. And I just want to point out the ability of the keeper. Right time, right positioning, really well done by her.
And here we go, the ball is back at the center of the field. Brookline's pushing it up. And there's a through ball, but North is able to gather it and kick it out of bounds. So So in soccer, defensively, you often see players kicking the ball out of bounds. You want to tell us a little bit what that's all about?
Kicking the ball out of bounds is obviously not an ideal situation for a team, but it gives the team time to
Griffin, there are boundaries in the game of soccer, and if the ball goes outside of those boundaries, the other team gets a throw in. Back to the game, Brookline threw ball, again back to the keeper. One thing I would say these teams should work on is measuring their balls. And working on placing them in the center of the field.
And here's Newton North. Break down the field. Cut back. Out to the center. And Brookline takes back control. Brookline's going the other way. Battle it.
Brilliant physicality from Morgan Gallivan. Newton North with the ball, and it's a throw-in, but brilliant defending by Newton North there.
And that's always been a strength of Morgan's, is her physicality and her speed. And she is able to prevent many goals from being scored using both of those incredible attributes.
Morgan Gallivan, having been in my freshman year physics class, obviously gets the gist of momentum. Really well done by her.
Yeah, it looks like there was a foul on the play. It's going to be a free kick. Is that the correct terminology for that one?
Yes, it's a direct free kick. And, you know, Griffin, I'm not sure I like that foul there. I understand the refs want to keep it safe early on, but I thought that was clean physical play, and I thought that should not have been a foul, in my personal opinion. And, yes, I am a soccer referee.
Brookline back in possession. North, dispossessing the Brookline midfielder, but Brookline back in possession once again, holding the ball. North intercepted, but ends up back in the feet of Brookline. 7 with the ball. Nice foot skills there. Passes the ball up. 18 pushing back. Passes into the middle. Nice touch. Good control. Now Brookline just need to work on getting the ball upfield, which they've just done. Brilliant play. Can they capitalize? Not quite. Morgan Gallivan back with some brilliant defense. Fiona back with some brilliant defending. The captain, always reliable. Throw in for Brookline. Ooh. No foul there. Oh. Foul on Brookline. North's ball. Just what I had anticipated.
And North looking to turn the ball onto the other side of the field as they run up the field. Here comes the kick. Oh, beautiful touch by Lillian Rinaldi. Oh, and it's going to be North throw in. Oh, it's a long throw. Brookline controls it. Wonderful pressure there by Lillian Rinaldi. She's really had an impact early on in this game.
And we're seeing her in a bit of an unusual position for her. She usually plays an attacking center midfield position, but we're seeing her quite often in the right forward corner of the field. And I'm wondering if that's a tactical move by Coach Brian Layton.
And of course, Coach Brian Layton in his second year here at North, just developing the program. I know there's a lot of strong underclassmen, so hopefully good things to come in the years to come.
We've really seen Brookline in possession for these first 8 minutes of the game. There you've got another throw in, up the field, pushing against one another, drives into the middle. Nice chip in down the line. Will she capitalize into the middle? Oh! Great defending. Brilliant defending. And you've got to ask questions of the goalkeeper there. Could she have done more?
Well, she stopped a goal, so I don't think so. But a corner for Brookline and a great opportunity.
I think the defender stopped it.
Well, Sam's been really negative in the North team today, but I'm gonna have to counter and say they've been really good at battling the ball up and down the field today. Have had some good opportunities on both sides of the pitch. And there's a cross into the middle, and North clears that out. See, that's some of the defensive prowess we've seen all game so far. And that's out of bounds.
Bada bing, bada boom, up the field. Brookline playing it back to the keeper, playing it safe. Taking control of this game now. Will the goalkeeper plays the long ball. Perhaps could have gone short and maintained possession.
I think North right now needs to focus on their possession. They need to work on finding feet, stringing a few passes together, get their bearings together, and then they can move forward and try and string together an attacking play.
Ooh, brilliant from Lily Rinaldi. That goes out for a throw-in for Brookline. I would take this time to slow the pace of the game down. They obviously wouldn't.
And that must not have felt good. It took that one right off the face. And a throw in right here. Right over the head of the North player. Pass it back. Back to the keeper.
I think in moments where Brookline are playing the ball around their defense, North could really push their own defense up beyond the half line and push their midfield a little further. That way they're initiating a higher press, putting more pressure on the Brookline defense and potentially gaining a ball in a very good position.
And a battle down on the left side of the field right here. Oh, and that's a cross into the middle. Oh, opportunity here for North. Oh, and the Brookline defender pushes it away. And they clear it out. Back to the defenders and up the field. Fiona with a wonderful tackle right there. And lets that out of bounds. That's a smart play right there. That's what we call intelligent play right there. And there's a throw-in. Oh, there's a kick towards the and a stop by the keeper.
Again, steady hands by the Brookline goalkeeper. Absolutely impeccable.
And even though that was a relatively easy save for the keeper, I think that's a good sign for Newton. They're getting shots on the keeper early. That's what you always need to do, and follow it for the rebound, because anything can happen.
And Brookline here on a rush. Tries to get the corner on. That's a great defensive tackle right there to stop a rush. Looks like another corner here for Brookline. Looks like we got some subs here for Brookline. Want to take us through the strategy behind substitutions here, Ruby?
Yeah, I will. Of course.
So what happens is when players play is that they get tired. And so you need to put other players in so that they don't get as tired. You have fresh legs. You tend to see more substitutions in wingers and in midfielders, less so in the defense. You want to keep that solid. It's good to keep a defensive line together to increase their communication, their chemistry, and they also are not as tired at the end of each shift. But Newton pushing it up the field, as we can see, Brookline able to control, kicking it out of bounds, back to Newton.
And we see a defensive battle here at center field.
Seems like North has taken a bit more control of the game.
Really
Playing it forward.
I really like the offensive pressure they've been putting on here.
Throw in for North again. Taking their time, finding space. Ball thrown into the edge of the box. Lily Rinaldi trying to hold on. Dispossessed by the Brookline defenders. Interception by the North players. Throw in for Brookline. Quick play, but easily intercepted by the North team. Pushing up slowly. Played into the middle. Good position. Finding space. Brilliant move by Rinaldi. Brookline quickly capitalizes on a mistake and drives the ball up the line. Brilliant defending from North. Good tackle. Played into the midfield. What will Rinaldi do? Quick feet, but quickly dispossessed. I think in times like that, we got to take account of our surroundings and move the ball quickly. However, despite the mistake, North's keeper is back in possession of the ball, sends it up the field.
And here's a run down the left sideline. And that's kicked out of play to stop that rush. Again, kicking the ball out of bounds. That is a signature tactic of defenders in soccer. Looks like we got a Brookline throw-in right here. As a referee, Ruby, you want to take us through the rules and regulations of the throw-in? Often a complicated process.
Just interested in what your obsession with the throw-in is. I feel like it's pretty simple.
So throw-ins are something that are really hard for a lot of third graders who play soccer. You have to keep both of your feet on the ground. You can't step over the line as you throw, and the ball has to be thrown directly over your head. You can't make any sort of twisting motion. It also has to enter the field of play. If you throw it in and it never enters the field of play, that team actually gets to redo it, even at high levels such as this, which is an interesting rule that I don't really agree with personally. But it is one of the rules of the game, and I hope that clears some things up for you, hockey player Griffin.
Well, we didn't really ask for your opinion, but it's okay. And North tackles. That's a wonderful tackle right there. As Brookline takes control and looks to move it up the field. Oh, that's a wonderful kick. Oh, and there's a run.
Again, just want to point out the gorgeous weather outside. Perfect playing conditions. These girls are probably absolutely loving it.
And North so far has not been able to capitalize on their counter-attacks. That can be something they can improve on in the next 25 minutes of this half, as well as the second half, is being able to turn that ball from defense to offense and really put some pressure on Brookline and the keeper and when they're taken off guard.
North really pressing now, taking possession in the middle of the field, pushing up. Ooh. Brilliant defending from Brookline there. Good through ball. Slightly overdone and goes out for a throw for North.
Just like my breakfast from the loft this morning, a little bit overdone. But they always have some good quality food down at the loft. And if you're ever at North, feel free to take a stop by.
Never actually been to the loft. Would you recommend?
I really do love their breakfast sandwiches early in the morning, especially if you miss breakfast for an early hockey practice. As Ruby mentioned, I do play hockey. That may come up 5 more times during the broadcast. But anyways, yeah, and they also have some good lunch options. Their scones I heard are really good, but I personally have never tried.
Griffin's misogyny playing into his commentary here as he refuses to acknowledge the game going on and instead focus on breakfast foods. Brookline continues to take control of the game. Keeper plays it up the field. Beautiful ball.
And you know what? Maybe Griffin Bond, some words for Griffin Bond. The future is female. That's been a struggle at Newton North as of late, with the football team printing that on their shirts and then losing 51-0.
If you seek disappointment, look no further than the North's boys football team.
And if you really want to see someone get destroyed, come to the football game tomorrow night under the lights, Friday night. It'll be in for a blowout. Now back to the game.
Ball moves out wide. North back in possession, pushes it up. I feel like there is a potential for either team to really take the time and instead of pushing the ball up immediately, to play it to their teammates either side of them and then build up the play. Brookline back in the middle of the field. Good overhead ball. Will the Brookline player get to it? Yes, she does. Played into the middle. Missed by 2 players. Will she get the shot? On the edge of the box. North It's defending well, pushing them out. Back with the ball. Poor shot. Out of bounds.
And Brookline was really able to achieve that attack when they spread the ball wide. We're seeing a lot of play in the center of the field here, and I think for both teams they need to work on stretching the field horizontally and opening up some more space for balls to be played into and those attacking players to run onto.
North making a substitution. The substitute, number 12, now on the ball. Plays it into the middle. Good play here. Ball pushed into 2 Brookline players and is back in the possession of Brookline. Here we go. Brookline now playing around their back. Highly pressed from Newton North. Ball pushed up higher onto the field and goes out through a throw for Newton North.
See one of those famed throw-ins that we've all been talking about. Up here in the booth, we've now been given 3 microphones, so you're going to be hearing a lot more of us up here.
You're welcome.
How many people are watching?
And we'd like to thank all 3 of our viewers right now up in the box. We really appreciate you guys sticking in there.
What's the highest number of views we've had? 3. Offsides. Just want to thank our 2 viewers who have stayed with us throughout this entire podcast.
It's a great kick right there. Oh, Brookline. Wonderful tackle right there.
Beautiful ball played over the top, easily defended by North, however. "20 minutes in, and the game remains 0-0.
And for those of you at home who are wondering, Sam's British accent, in fact, is not fake, even though it may sound like it. He is actually native of Britain.
So far in the game, I think Brookline has done a better job of controlling the ball in the midfield, and that's allowed them to push further up the field and make some more accurate plays behind the Newton defense. I think that's something Newton should look to improve on in the next 20 minutes of this half.
Haven't really seen concrete opportunities by either side. So I'm now wondering, if you're a coach of the team, what are you going to tell your players?
You know, I think there's a lot of nerves right now. It's senior night. It's the final night. It's a big game for Newton in terms of the playoffs. I would say calm down. Find feet, find your players, play the game that you know how to play, and the rest will come.
Be like Taylor Swift. You need to calm down.
You need to calm down.
You're being too loud.
Shake it off. North back in possession. Out of bounds. And I really think in moments like that, the players should be taking more than one touch. They need to settle the ball and look for all possible passes. And again, I think this is a product of what you were talking about, Ruby, nerves. Neither team is really willing to get settled into the game so far.
Shout out to the ball girls.
Okay. And for all 3 viewers, remember November 2nd is Election Day in Newton. If you're old enough to vote, we recommend that you do get out to vote. Ruby and Griffin, can you vote?
We actually can't vote. Our birthdays are very close together.
Not legally.
Ruby and I actually have a very close birthday, separated by only 6 days. So if it's you're around the late December, feel free to wish us a happy birthday. Jack, how many years? Here's a goal kick.
Ooh. Brookline pushing the press, though. And North are forced to put the ball out of bounds. I like that idea. I think had there been more open passes for the defender, North really could have built up that play. Ooh, foul on North.
And you know what? I like that foul. I think that sometimes you need to send a message. You're in this game. You're taking it seriously. You're not afraid to push the other team around. And I think that's necessary to sort of step up the stakes of this game.
Well, Ruby, violence is not one of the core values here in Newton North. And we try to be good teammates and good sportsmanship.
'For those wondering how wealth influences skill, this is the game to be watching.
Can you expand on that?
No.
How many years, Jack?
14th minute here, and looks like a timeout called by one of the teams, and they're heading over to their benches now. This is not an aspect of professional or college level games, timeouts, but at the high school level we do see it. A chance for players to catch their breath, as well as for coach to say a few words, hopefully calm the nerves a bit.
I think while we're on a little break here, should we do a little trivia here up in the booth? Who is the first Secretary of War in United States history? Sam, do you have any ideas?
The first Secretary of what?
Of War, Sam.
Would that be Ronald Reagan?
Give us a moment here while Sam Googles it.
Griffin, having taken AP United States History my junior year of high school, I can confirm that that is Henry Knox. He took office on September 12th, 1789. Can't confirm when he left office. Again, just want to acknowledge the beautiful weather out there tonight. Coaches, fans, players must be loving it. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it.
Thank you, Sam. I just want to give a shout out to all the fans that showed up tonight. Seeing a lot of seniors in attendance tonight, cheering on their friends and peers. Looks like the timeout is just about over. Players need stretching out to get back on the field. Well, take us through a pregame stretch routine, please.
Quads and all the like. Really get those muscles warmed up.
And all jokes aside, this is important for female athletes. ACL injuries are extremely prevalent, especially in a game like soccer. And so stretching beforehand can actually make a huge difference in ACL injuries and the like.
Just wanted to be acknowledged that the North team was out there far sooner than the Brookline team. Gotta wonder what they were doing on their bench.
We're back in action here as Newton North moves the ball up the pitch. And there we go, cross into the middle. Oh, and almost a goal right there. Probably North's best opportunity all night. Oh, and there's a cross in the middle again, and a save by the keeper.
Again, that's a problem for North all night, is getting those crosses away from the goalie, who has great hands and a great ability to take up space in the box and get that onto the head of a Newton North player.
North back in possession. Good 1-2 there. Driving up the line. What will they do with it here? Open now. Again, another ball. Another through ball. Dispossessed by Brookline. More could have been done there perhaps, but we're getting into the game. Players are tired.
Good throw in from North. Good opportunity to set up an offensive run right here as they get ready for the throw in. Oh, that's a good throw in right there. Can North settle it? Oh, they cannot. Good tackle. Good tackle. Oh, and North. Beautiful tackle there by Brookline.
Brookline back on the offensive. Ball sent back into the Brookline's defense. Ball sent over the defense, but no one there to collect it except the goalkeeper. Juliana Anastopoulos hasn't had too much trouble tonight. Sends it back into the top third of the field.
You gotta like the offensive aggression out of North coming out of that timeout. I think that was really the element of their game that they were missing, but looks like Coach Braithwaite really had some good roles for them, and really picking up the offensive prowess here as we near the final third of the first half.
Ball sent through the defense. No one collects it until the left back sends it up the field. Again, we see Brookline starting from the back and building up an attack from their base. Controlling the midfield. Beautiful foot skill. North dispossesses. Well done from Lily Ronaldo. North back in possession. How will they take the ball now? Perhaps could have taken more time to become aware of their options.
And we're seeing much of North's attacking opportunities coming down the left and right flanks. And I'm wondering if they'd be able to put together an attack down the middle. I think that obviously the goal is in the middle. And I think that they would be able to include more of their players in the attack and hopefully get a better shot on goal than they have so far.
Physicality from North, no foul there. Of course, the Brookline parents upset. Unfounded anger from the Brookline parents. North back in possession with a throw-in. I would take that and throw it to the defense and start from the back and build up. Lillian Rinaldi dispossessed, but gets it back. What beautiful defense from Lillian Rinaldi. The ref with a questionable decision there. Brookline back on the ball.
And even from up here in the booth, we could really see that it was clearly North's ball. Oh, and that's a wonderful tackle there by the defense.
Looks like all mics are back online. Excited to be back.
Sending a long ball.
That's a great ball.
Delicious.
And here's a chance for North. Oh, Brookline in the right place at the right time.
And there's another save by the 10.
Shot
North.
from far, but not a bad chance for Newton North.
And there's a kick.
10 minutes on the clock. Let's see what both teams can do with the little time left in the first half.
There's a header up. Heading back and forth. Is that called a volley, Sam?
That is not what a volley is, Griffin, but I like the attempt.
This is soccer.
But don't be mistaken, we can have volleys in the soccer game. Where the North back on the attack. Wide down the left line. Perhaps some foot skill can be used here instead.
Oh, there's another cross. Oh, and another interception by the goal.
Goalkeeper has brilliant awareness. Set up the field quickly. Can Brookline capitalize?
Quick play now.
But North pushes back and are back in possession.
Great tackle by Fiona Flint right there, the captain.
Oh.
Really showing out on senior night tonight.
An attempted through ball just doesn't go as anticipated. Brookline is throwing again. Beautiful touch from the Brookline player there. She drives into the midfield, keeping dominant possession. Will she send it? Oh, a little too heavy on the ball there. What could have been? The North keeper making a risky decision, but it pays off. North back in possession, controlling in the middle of the field, trying to send it wide.
Oh,
what a
play.
Ball. Pull it back, pull it back. No.
Oh, that should be a corner for North.
For North. There should be a great opportunity, said Ruby.
Brilliant turnaround there from the center.
Fun little fact, you guys know why they call it the corner?
Is it because it makes a 90-degree angle?
Yes.
I do know my geometry.
Who's taking the corner now? Can't quite tell in the light. Good ball sent in. Caught in the safe hands of the Brookline goalkeeper. She will capitalize and send the ball up.
Brookline settles it here in the middle of the field.
On the right-hand side, Brookline loses possession with an attempted through ball. However, they're back in possession. Oh, possession's changing quickly in this game. Either side could do with taking fewer risks and settling into the game at this point.
And that's what happens when you have as fast-paced a game as this, when you have as many long balls as this game does. The possession is going to turn over fairly quickly, and the question is, can either one of these teams capitalize on one of these long balls that they're playing in behind the defense?
There's a through ball from Brookline, but North is able to expertly kick it out of bounds. Oh, and it almost hit some fans in the stands right there. Always got to be on your toes here at Dickinson Stadium.
For those worried, we will not be needing a stretcher for the fan. Ooh, good skill by the Brookline player. Just slightly overwhelmed by the two defenders, pushing her back towards the line. Throw in for Brookline.
Looks like it's going to be Brookline ball here. We're looking for a ball, though. Ball girls are always on their feet tonight. Really moving around, getting those balls back in play.
If this doesn't tell you about the labor crisis, I don't know what will. Young children being hired as ball boys and boy girls. Deeply upsetting.
There's a quarter into the middle. Oh, that's a wonderful header right there.
Good save.
And that's going to be out of bounds.
Keeper.
Looks like it's going to be a, is that a corner kick there or a goal kick?
That's a goal kick. Looks like the keeper, Josie Glass, arguing she did not have a touch on that before the ball went out of bounds. And so Newton North getting an opportunity to build out from the back.
And there's a kick to the side. I see that North being really conservative on their goal kicks while Brookline's being a little more aggressive. Want to comment on what the strategy might be there, Sam?
I think it's probably apprehension. This is a tight game. Both teams are stuck in a deadlock. I think the North side is probably unsure of how to break the Brookline defense, and as a result, making unnecessary and quick decisions.
And a throw in here from Brookline. Onto this. Oh, it's another wonderful clear there. Oh.
Brilliant physicality from the North defense there. I think that's what they've been striving towards for the entire game. Now we're just beginning to see it come out a little more.
And we just did see the boys soccer team bus pulling in. Maybe we'll get some results from their game as well away. I believe at Brookline as well. And now we got Brookline. Battle for in the middle. Oh, and that's an offsides call. Is that the correct call right there?
Yes. Yes, it seems the referee has called an offside decision.
Are you impressed with me that I knew what offsides was?
No.
On Brookline into the box, but handled there by the goalkeeper.
Been told by my producers to make a joke, so how about this Brookline attacking side?
See, I feel like that was a little uncalled for right there. Lily Rinaldi tries to move it up. Oh, wonderful tackle right there.
That's a great touch by Brookline.
And Lily Rinaldi brings it up the field. Oh, and it's tackled by a Brookline defender.
And here's a chance for Newton.
Through ball, but handled by Brookline. We have about 2 minutes left in the first half here. Let's see if any team can make an offensive rush here. And there's a ball up the court, but it's handled there and kicked out of bounds by the North defense.
They've managed to lay some beautiful turf on this court. Brookline on the attack, played into the middle, intercepted by the North side. Out for a Brookline throw-in. Seeing a lot more pressure from Brookline in the waning minutes of this half. Played back, sent forward, taken up by the North side. Held by the attacker, can't quite take control of the ball, and it moves towards. Oh, beautiful skill. She plays it back. All the way back to the goalkeeper. And this is what I've been talking about the entire game. Brookline's willingness to play from the back instead of making short, choppy passes.
Oh, and no foul on that play. And you can hear the Brookline fans up in arms. See at least 3 dads with their hands in the air. Like they just don't care.
And that's another example of Newton playing the ball forward when there isn't someone there on the other end of it. And that's certainly something they can work on in the next half.
If I was the coach at this point, which I'm not because I'm not qualified, I would recommend the North having a more dominant style of play in the midfield, taking control, perhaps playing a 4-3-3.
And we're at halftime right here. Any thoughts on what the coaches should be talking to them about at halftime here?
Yes, more control in the midfield.
Well, I'd say from Newton's perspective, they came into this game, their record not quite as strong as Brookline. Their last game against Brookline, they tied, but they were certainly not as strong as Brookline in that game as well. And I'd say for them this half, even though it is technically a tie, it's a win for them. They stayed competitive the whole game. They held Brookline, didn't really let them have many scoring opportunities. And so they're in this. They have chances, and if they make a few tactical tweaks, as well as having more of that offensive dominant mindset, as Sam was talking about, they very much have a chance at this game and a chance at the playoffs.
And we'll be stepping aside right here, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes with some second half action here at Dickinson Stadium. Hope you'll stay with us.
Boom, 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 boom. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, boss. Yeah. Wait, what? Now, you're fired. Boom. Oh, no. Yes.
Check it. Just check it. Check.
If you're looking to get hands-on experience in the TV and broadcast journalism field with industry-standard equipment, TV Media Arts is the course for you. In this award-winning program, you will be taught the fundamentals of video production through camera techniques, writing, and editing. If you take TV Media Arts as a freshman, you can then take all 4 levels of the program. You will also be given the opportunity to get paid for your work through hands-on experience in the field, like with the program's live sports broadcasts. In the first level of the program, students will learn how to use a camera alongside basic editing skills. In the second level of the program, students will be given the opportunity to create larger products, such as PSAs, music videos, and an assortment of other projects. In the last 2 levels of the program, you will get to be a producer for the Newton North Update, a show all 2,000 students watch. You will get the freedom of choosing your own stories, ranging from skits to real-world events. By the end of high school, you will have become a part of the class's tight-knit community and will have made lifelong connections and gained skills that will help you follow your dreams. We hope to see you in the studio next year for Exploratory TV Media Arts.
Oh, I am so hungry. I can't wait to eat this apple. You better not run away from me.
One in 4 deaths in motor vehicle crashes involve people walking or bicycling. Stop all distractions like your phone and take out headphones so you can be fully aware when crossing the street. Pay attention to cars and all other oncoming traffic. Do not jaywalk. It's illegal in Massachusetts and extremely dangerous. Instead, to ensure safety, you should use the crosswalk.
And we have some
Make
news
sure
coming
you
out
and
of the
your friends
boys
both
soccer
pay
team in
attention
their
so
away
you can
game.
be conscious and careful
Heard that they
of each
lost,
other's
which would
speed.
be, I believe their first loss of the season. Is that
Look
correct?
both ways before crossing the street to make sure no cars or cyclists are coming your way.
Scan the street for wheels and feet, cause if you fail, it won't be sweet. Listen closely so you won't have to repeat. This is how not to end up on concrete. Don't get distracted, get off the phone. Texting and walking is how you break a bone. Don't jaywalk and get in the zone.
The ref calls the whistle to call the girls' teams back to the field. For those of you who may not have heard the update, the boys' varsity team did lose for the first time this season to the Brookline boys' varsity team.
This is going to be a big half for Newton. This is potentially the very last half of soccer. Seven of these girls are going to play at Newton North High School. And so I'm expecting we're going to see their all, leaving everything on the field in this last 40 minutes here. And hopefully for them, it results in a goal and a win.
Once again, Newton North out on the field first before Brookline.
Griffin, what are you looking for in the coming 40 minutes?
I just want to see some action here. We have no goals up until this point, so I'd just like to see a couple of goals in there. Get the blood flowing.
Referee blows the whistle and North kicks the ball up the field, starting the second half. Immediately the ball goes out for a throw-in for North.
And it looks like we're seeing Morgan Gallivan in an attacking role. This is unusual. She usually plays an outside defensive role, and here we are seeing her in the left outside wing. This could be good. She has a lot of speed, looking to push the ball forward, but I'd assume that Coach Brian Layton is trying to give these seniors a last few minutes of attacking opportunity.
This appears to be a free kick for Newton North.
And how would you approach this free kick? How would you set it up?
Well, you're at an awkward angle here, so if the player is capable, I would try to hit that into the far post where the players will be rushing in. It's not an easy task. Let's see if number 19 can do it.
Oh, and there's a kick into the box. And again, fielded by the Brookline goalkeeper. Still sharp in the second half.
Quick to send that up the field. Can Brookline capitalize on this? Ooh! Physicality from both sides beginning the second half. This means a lot to both teams. Ooh, high press from North there. Really well done. It appears that the North...
Looks like a corner kick here.
I apologize. A high press from the Brookline players gets them a corner, but the corner doesn't quite stay in.
Now that was just a waste of a good corner.
It's always difficult when your coworkers are misogynists. Probably that comment wouldn't have been made for any other circumstance.
What do you have to say for yourself? He apologizes.
North back in possession. The keeper's out far. That's a really risky maneuver. I apologize, the Brookline keeper. They've switched sides for the second half. Brookline pushing up the field. Good ball. Not quite taken advantage of, but she does well to continue the press. Ah, just goes out of bounds. North back in possession with a throw-in. It was a good attempt to try and push the ball up the field, but the header pushes the ball out of bounds. A throw-in for Brookline. Good press here. Will she find options? Oh, the attacker just not quite aware of the ball being sent down the line. Good 1-2 there. Beautiful play from Brookline. But an even better defense from North, pushing the Brookline players back into their third. However, Brookline continues to push. The ball is overhit. And it appears to go out for a throw right at the corner flag. Brookline back in control, taking it to the top of the box. Not quite able to push. Ooh. Pushes past that tackle by North, but North gets possession back. It's a very much a back and forth game at the moment. Neither side able to fully take control of the play.
One thing Newton's been struggling with this whole game is once they've regained control on the defensive end, clearing the ball up to one of their other players. A lot of the time we're seeing them clear it up, and Brookline automatically gets the ball back. And that's tiring because you're playing defense almost all the time. So if Newton can figure out how to clear the ball to one of their strikers and turn that into an offensive opportunity, that's big for them.
North with a throw in. Brookline with a throw in. Ooh. Physicality there from the north side. A little bit of what we were wanting to see last half. Both sides have really stepped up their game here. Brookline pushing down the line. Beautiful ball. Will she get there? Foot race there. Oh, she gets to it. Pushes it into the center, but cleared by a North player.
Again, another tactical kicking the ball out of bounds. A unique element of the soccer game.
Brookline into the center. Oh. Well, the keeper picks it up. I'm just wondering if that would go outside of the box.
You've seen solid play out of both keepers tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
But none have really been tested yet. And hopefully in this next 32 minutes, we see some more shots on goal.
It's really been a defensive slugfest so far, don't you think?
Those are my exact words.
Verbatim. The Brookline team seems most comfortable playing the ball around the back It's just they struggle to capitalize sending it up the field, where we have an incredibly strong North defense. Again, the Brookline defense back in possession. The keeper sends it long, where it finds slightly beyond.
Oh, and that's blocked. The North keeper's able to handle it.
The keeper handles it. Brookline, good interception by the North player there. An important interception there.
Brookline throwing here. Maybe they can capitalize here and set up a good opportunity.
And we're seeing a bit more urgency, partially from the crowd. There's a bit more people here, but on both sides, we're seeing some more play with urgency.
And pretty packed stands here for this chilly night. As we move towards winter, everyone seems bundled up in their jackets and hats.
Ooh. Good. North back in possession, pushing up the field.
Lily
Good
Rinaldi.
defense by Lily Rinaldi to take the ball back there. Plays it out wide. Further up the line. Ooh. Not quite. That was a really good idea by the North team there. Just couldn't quite execute it. North sends it up. Again, taken down by the Brookline defense, who loses
great tackle by
possession.
Lily Rinaldi right there. Great tackle.
Again, we're seeing back and forth, back and forth. The North team sends it up the line. Will she get there? Looks like the Brookline defender gets there. The keeper picks the ball up.
And that was a wide decision there not to kick it and let the keeper get it, don't you think?
She takes her time in this one, sending it up the field, but again, it goes back to North's possession. Slight miss kick, but no North player to retrieve the ball.
Oh, what an interception right there by North. Great move there, and it's going to be a North throw-in. That was just fantastic footwork right there, don't you think?
Yes. North back in possession, playing it round. unable to clear it immediately. They have to make a few passes. Now into open space. They can push it up the line. Good pass. Ooh, good tackle by the... Ooh.
No foul once again called.
I am surprised by that. From what I saw, it did appear as though she took out her legs, but I may have been different.
I think the refs are letting the girls play tonight. Not many fouls called on either side.
The Brookline keeper taking her time with the ball, letting her players get into position, letting them catch their breath. North makes a substitution here. It appears 8 is off for number 17.
Brookline's making a rush up down the left side here.
Strong defense from the north side there. No foul, just determination there from the north defense, and it ends up being a goal kick. The Brookline attacker has some words to the ref, but he's having none of it. Short pass by the keeper, something we haven't seen so much this game. Physicality there, good physicality. Clean tackle. North back with the ball. Slightly overhit there. 17, I believe, Doherty, chasing the ball down. Committed to Colby Track and Field, I'm being told.
So is her twin sister, Grace Doherty, is that correct?
We've got a number of one-season soccer athletes on this team, especially among the seniors, and it's really impressive what they've been able to do with a group of girls who do not play soccer year-round. Of course, we do have some, Lily Rinaldi, Tally Membrino, who do play through the winter and the spring, but a lot of one-season talent here for the Tigers.
And a lot of strong track runners on this team, is that correct?
That is correct. The Dohertys, Morgan Gallivan, Shannon McCarthy, all great runners.
Free kick here for Brookline. Ooh, slice through the box. No one's able to get there. Good effort, though.
That's a great ball. It's hard hit. It's far enough away from the keeper, but it's perfectly in line with the girls running onto it.
All you need is a foot on that ball, and it's going into the net. Really, really well done by the Brookline team. Just unlucky no one was able to get there. Another goal kick for Newton North High School. Played short. Now on the right. Perhaps hit a little too hard. It's a throw-in for Brookline. Another throw-in for Brookline. 15 minutes played into the second half. Remains 0-0. Good. The pass goes to no one.
Oh, great interception right there.
Nice. Well done here. She's got the ball back after losing it. Plays it up again. North back in possession. Up the left side. Nice chop. Into the defender, but North still in possession. Driving into the middle. Deep dispossessed.
That was a little give and go there from the two Doherty twins. Really interesting, the dynamic having them both here on the left side.
Perhaps it's cheating. They can read each other's minds. North back in possession. They seem to be adamant about pushing up this left wing. Ball just not quite in line with the runner. Throw in for North. Pushing up the line. Well done. Oh, appears the ball went outside.
And the lights this year, new feature. Normally they're only here for about a week, but they got them for the entire fall season this year. And word on the street is we're going to be having some permanent lights being installed for next year. So looking forward to that. Being an opportunity to play under these lights is a special experience for all the teams that get to partake in it.
And this is a result of the school day being pushed back to ending at 4 p.m., a subject that's certainly contentious, especially among the teachers whose bedtime is not much later than that.
It's also forced sports teams to get up very, very early to come out and practice here as there's less time on the turf. You see a lot more sleepy students in school now.
It's debatable. North with the free kick. Beautiful ball there. Oh, nearly touched over the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper's safe hands correspond to it. North back in possession. Brookline dispossesses the North midfielder and sends it up. The goalkeeper's there to kick it forward, and it's out of bounds. Another throw-in for Brookline. Good offense by Brookline, really pushing into the center of the North line here.
Good interception there by North.
Yeah.
Good clear, but Brookline's able to settle it down.
North are really struggling to find a way out of this Brookline press. Lily Rinaldi there, shoved off of the ball. North back in possession. Again, dispossessed.
And we're seeing Brookline have a lot of possession in their attacking third. They're just not able to make that final pass that sets them up for a good shot. And that's credit to the Newton defense. They're positioned well, and even though they often are chasing the ball, they're not letting Brookline have a real good scoring opportunity as of yet.
Brookline pass straight to the North midfield. Ref pulls a foul on North. I didn't see that as being a foul, but again, the referees are on the field, and I'm not.
That is indeed correct. Oh, that's expertly handled right there.
I disagree. I feel like perhaps she could have taken that down on her chest and then made a pass. Instead, the header was made into the center of the field. Anyway, North back on the attack. Up the line. Let's capitalize on this. She's pressured off the ball. Strong
move by
drive
the-
from Brookline.
Great move by the Brookline defender to
But
clear
they're
that ball.
not able to make those connections with their passes. Brookline remains strong and continue to push at the North players in possession. Throw in for Brookline. North. Throw in for North.
That looks like it's going to be a foul right there.
Oh, a foul. Did not see it. Brookline players seem unhappy with that decision. Just a shout out to Ruby Bakal's mom. Thanks for tuning in.
One of our 5 viewers right now on the stream.
Clearance by North results in another throw-in for Brookline. The North defenders let it run out for a goal kick.
There's 20 minutes left in this game, and for Newton North, they've got to start picking it up. Need to bring it into a higher gear if they're capable of accessing that. There's 20 minutes left in their season, and they need to put some more shots on net right now.
Really feels like North needs to commit a few more plays to the counterattack. There just aren't enough bodies to play the ball to when they are pressing. Ball runs out for Brookline. Throw in. Brookline again building up from the back, but dispossessed before it. Oh no! Still in control, running up the line. This time dispossessed. No one there. Oh! Slight misstep from the Brookline defender, not aware of the North attacker behind her. However, North is unable to make an attack out of that ball played.
That's a good throw-in right there. A lot of power in that throw-in. A little Rinaldi.
Oh, well,
There's a chance. Oh. Almost an amazing move right there. Brookline able to just get a foot in there.
Good ball down the wing. Oh, not quite able to collect the ball up. Oh, good skill. Oh, just unable to. Oh, the fight continues. Brookline player kicks the ball out. It appears here that the Brookline defense is playing a very low line. It's becoming difficult for the tired North offense to break it. Goal kick. Ooh, North high on the press. Really pushing for that ball. Unable to get it as Brookline plays the ball wide. Misstep from the Brookline player. North plays it forward. The pass doesn't quite make it to its destination. Brookline again on the attack. The goalkeeper comes out apprehensive about taking the ball. Things turn out well for North. The ball goes out for throw-in.
And Griffin, to answer your question from the first half, that is a great example of where it's extremely strategically beneficial to kick the ball out. You're running back towards the goal, your teammates are following behind you, and kicking the ball out allows your defense to reset so everyone's in position, you can take a breath, and then wait for the play.
Thank you for educating me as to the strategical techniques of soccer.
Throw in for Brookline. Similar tactic here.
Oh, looks like a foul's called, and that's going to be on Brookline, so it's going to be North ball. See if they can get some offense going in the last 15 minutes of this game.
Just a question for gender equity activist Griffin Bond. How would you change North's attacking play this far into the game?
I'm not very familiar with soccer myself. That'd be better. I leave those questions to the experts.
Yeah. I wonder at this point of the game if it's worth it to sit back. I think North should really be taking an opportunity to push more players forward in a counterattack, in a built-up play, and have more bodies available for passes. For example, here, North pushing up, we're only seeing 3 players ahead of the ball. A good pass from the midfield, however. Pulled back, played into the middle. Oh, close. But intercepted by the Brookline team, who now plays it up. Plays it back to the goalkeeper. This Brookline goalkeeper is very comfortable with her feet. It's a good asset to have on the team. She plays it up the field. Brookline now on the ball. Brookline player dispossessed by the Newton North right back. The ref. Substitution for Newton North High School. 3 players on, 3 players off. North back in possession of the ball in the midfield. Not quite back and forth game here. Can't quite keep track of who has possession at any single point. Both teams on top of them. Newton North throw in. 12 minutes left to go. Thrown for Brookline. Playing it forward.
Wonderful header right there.
Keeper draws it back into her box to pick it up and quickly pushes the ball further up the field. Brookline in possession. Beautiful pass there with the outside of the foot. Brookline players driving up the field with the ball now, moving towards the left wing. Strong in possession here. Good pass on top of the box. Beautiful skill. Still there. Pushed slightly back by the Newton North defense. An Ari touch. Gives Newton North.
Oh, some good hustle right there to keep it in. Oh, and it just gets barely out. That was amazing hustle right there. Oh, that's what we call a switch in soccer. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Proud of you, Griffin.
Griffin's doing such a good job.
Just entered the final 10 minutes for Newton North.
Another throw in and it's intercepted by North.
Defense collects the ball. Oh, high press from North. The keeper safely collects it in her arms. The ball sent up the field once again.
And that's gone all the way back down to North's goal. And another clear right there.
At this point in the game, I feel Brookline definitely has the attacking advantage. I've said this before. I really feel like if North wants to get a goal, they're going to have to commit more players to their attack.
Their defense has been effective thus far, though, being able to contain the Brookline offensive prowess.
Another goal kick for the Newton North High School side. North plays it up the line.
Out into the middle. Oh, here's Rinaldi.
Beautiful,
Rinaldi, oh,
beautiful.
great touch right there.
Sends it up the line.
Oh.
Not quite. Brookline with space. I feel like
Through
she could
ball.
have taken that space there, but she made the decision to send it.
And great block there by Fiona.
Brookline really dominant here in the midfields. Around the 45-yard line, we're seeing a lack of North players in the midfield, and I think that could be a reasoning behind the strong press of the Brookline side.
We get down to these final minutes. Brookline really trying to do everything they can to get one in. Oh, and there's a foul.
Used to be a foul on Brookline. North. My apologies.
And we look, Billy McAndrews is coming out of the field. Never a good sign with Billy McAndrews coming out on the field. He's been North trainer for a long time now. See him at pretty much every sporting event. He's sort of a staple of the Newton North athletic experience. If you've been in North sports like I have, you're bound to run into him at some point in time. Great guy, though. Great guy, Mr. McAndrews.
Speed walks towards the injury.
Looks like a few members of the girls' volleyball team has come outside after practice to support the girls' soccer team. The girls' volleyball team this year is almost undefeated. They will be heading to the playoffs. They're always good, always competitive, and looking to make a run far into the playoffs this year.
And they won a state championship as recently as 2018. I believe they've won also in 2017 a state championship, looking to make a deep tournament run. I believe they're top 5 in the state right now.
But here we have a good position for a free kick for Brookline, looking to see some players running in from the back post, and Newton will be sure to mark those runs into the box.
Here's the ball. Oh, and it's a nice clear there by North. Good header by Rinaldi.
Entering the final 7 minutes.
Down the line for Brookline. Ooh,
good move.
Nice run of play there. Pulls it back into the middle.
And clear
North
by
defender
North.
there to clear it.
Oh, and an interception by North defense. See if they can turn this around into an attack.
Ooh. Slight collision there. Both players seem to be fine. Long ball is sent by the Brookline player.
Expertly pushed aside by Fiona Flint.
North back in possession. It's sent out for a Brookline throw-in. Ref calls a foul. Seems to be a check on the Brookline player. Again, Brookline are in a good position for a free kick. Let's see if they can capitalize on this opportunity. Good ball sent in, perhaps to the near post.
Good clear right there. Getting out of harm's way.
Sent over, goalkeeper collects. Reaching the 5-minute mark. Will both teams settle for a draw, or will they begin to push even further for a win?
So last few minutes for a lot of these girls tonight. Final game of the season. Great tackle there.
And in the last few minutes of games, it can always get hectic. A lot of energy, a lot of nerves at the end of these games, but it's always important to keep your calm, to string the passes together, because that is how you're going to be able to move up the field instead of playing those long balls that get knocked right back immediately.
Oh, and there's almost a good opportunity there, but the North goalkeeper's able to handle it.
Perhaps that shot could have been picked up by the Brookline player in front, but rolled past her.
Oh, and that's a big hit there. Looks like everyone's okay, though.
Ooh. A push by the Brookline player. I would say that's a foul. That's a poor decision.
And
from
Coach
the
Brian
referee.
Layton is not happy with that call right there.
That is poor refereeing. Lily Rinaldi going strong here.
It looks like North has
Taken
an
back by
opportunity
North.
now.
Taken wide. Played
Cross
into
to
the
the
middle.
middle.
Oh, just misses its target.
Cleared by North, but picked
Possession
up.
retained by North.
Oh, what? Oh,
Not quite.
just missed.
North back in possession, pushing up. Collected by the winger. What can she do here? Drives past the Brookline defender into the middle. Oh,
And we're seeing
pushed
you know,
wide.
these
That
last
appears
couple-
to be a corner.
These last couple of minutes, North is really picking up the offensive attack here. At the end of the day, it's whoever puts more balls in the net. And North just needs to get one right here.
This is prime opportunity.
Looks like a timeout's been called.
Timeout. Perhaps the North coach will show his team Trent Alexander-Arnold taking the corner quickly in the Liverpool FC Barcelona Champions League semifinals.
Now remember, after the last
All the
timeout,
motivation I need.
after the last timeout, North came out and had a strong offensive attack. So let's see if Brian Layton can work his magic again.
These timeouts seem to be key for the North side, bringing everything back together, restructuring their side after they come out after a timeout.
Sam, while we're at break, you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
What's the hardest part of skydiving?
The ground.
That is correct.
We apologize for that one to our listeners out there.
We're looking at predictions for the end of the game. I'm really feeling, and this might be a little hopeful, but I'm feeling a 1-0 victory to Newton North. What about you guys?
I definitely think that's a realistic possibility, especially on this corner kick. They're really going to have to capitalize here if they want to be able to score.
You know, I think it all depends on how they come out at this timeout. If Newton North comes out in their third gear and their fourth gear, stepping it up a little bit, maybe pulling one of their back line and adding an extra attacking player, I can see them scoring a goal with some of that last 3 minutes energy put into the game. I can also see it going the other way, though.
At least at this point in the game, the girls are still in the matchup. The same cannot be said for the North boys football team.
And again, North boys football team will be playing tomorrow night under the lights. Let's hope they don't lose 51-0.
Though it is plausible.
Would not surprise me. Okay, North back from the timeout. Getting ready for the corner.
This is the opportunity of the match. Both teams are tired, but a loose ball in the middle of that box can lead to anything.
You see North play right in front of the goalie right there. Interesting tactic.
Trying to obscure the goalkeeper's vision.
Here's the kick.
Oh! Out. Goal
And
kick.
that was close.
That was an opportunity there.
And Brookline wasting no time getting back up the field.
Attempting to send it long. The pass goes awry.
And that's good clear to
Good
stop the
defense.
momentum.
And this is the time of the match where you do want to try and keep the ball in. It's easy for the other team to take their time getting to the ball, kicking it in again, and you want that ball in play, in your control.
Just want to make clear, the ball hitting the hands of the North player was not a handball. The hands were tucked into the body.
Another switch there into the front.
Unable to take control. Brookline back in possession. Ooh, well picked out pass.
Race to the
Unable to
corner.
take control though. And that appears to be a Newton North goal kick.
Right here's an opportunity to clear that ball out. I think they really need to get down the other end if they want any chance of scoring right now. Getting down to the last couple of minutes. It's hard to tell because we're in extra time. Another interesting part of the soccer game.
I'm going to rescind my original prediction of 1-0 and go for 0-0 and score. Well, I have done it. I have.
Thrown by Brookline. They get around the North defender. Into the middle. Oh, that looks like it's going to be out. That might be a corner kick.
Corner kick, absolutely. Brookline has the opportunity that North had only moments ago. A prime opportunity in the final minutes of this match.
And the fans look like they're really getting into it. Oh, another timeout is called.
Another timeout.
During this break, we'd like to congratulate the Newton North cross country team, boys team, on an undefeated season. They are out here tonight watching the game, cheering on their fellow Tigers, and also the Newton North girls cross country team with an almost undefeated season. Great job to both of them. And Griffin Bond is heading off tonight. You will not be hearing any more from him. Heading off to hockey practice. We can see where his priorities lie.
And we can also see where his terminology comes from.
And this is big right here for Brookline.
Oh.
And a header just above the crossbar. That
Just
is
over.
lucky for Newton North, and they should be looking to get the ball upfield as fast as they can. Playing out of the back once
Dangerous,
again.
dangerous, dangerous. Oh!
And
Oh!
for Brookline, cherry picked. And that's gotta hurt.
That's always a difficult result.
Really feeling for the Newton North seniors tonight.
Got to give Brookline credit, though. They adapted to Newton North's play
Newton
and got a
North
goal.
pushing it forwards. Still, the game is not over.
Going to rescind my second prediction and go with a 1-0 victory to Brookline. Looks like Brookline's just going to take their time here. And that is the game.
1-0 Brookline. A goal at the last minute off an error from the Newton North defense. And that's got to hurt. But the Tigers gave it their all. They should be proud of how they played for much of the game against a team with a record better than theirs. They held their own. And they should be proud.
That's all from us in the Newton North media booth. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Griffin. We're signing off.
Goodbye.